Okay, so I just wanted to start off with good morning. My speech today is going to be about causes of blood donation. One story to start it off with. Before I was born, about a year or two before I was born, my grandfather passed away. Was in the hospital. He had lung cancer and he needed blood. While he was in the hospital, none of his own kids were in the hospital. None of them, he needed blood, so none of them ever thought of donating blood to him. The only person that actually was brave enough to donate blood was my mom, who was not completely blood related to him, and it turned out that she was O positive, so she was able to donate blood to my grandfather. And thanks to her, she was able to save my grandpa's life. Maybe not completely, so that he could have lived for years and years, but unfortunately, a couple months after she donated, he passed away. But just a simple act that she wasn't completely blood related to my grandfather. She
It's okay.
She was an O-type blood carrier, and she was able to help my grandfather. Donating blood is an action that can save lives, and it can only take about 20 minutes, and you could save up to 3 lives just with 20 minutes of your day and giving out blood. And blood is something that we all have in common and can be used to save lives. And I would like to describe for you the types of bloods and safety precautions, the process of blood removal, and the effects of blood donations. So these are the types of blood. Not everyone can donate or receive any type of blood. Typically, the donor can only receive its own type of blood. Blood types are O, type O blood, type A, type B, and type AB. Type O can donate to any type of blood, and blood can only receive from type O. Type A can only donate to type A or to type B. Type B can only donate to type B or to type AB, and then AB can only donate to type AB. The type O is considered to be the donor, the universal donor blood, and type AB is considered to be the universal recipient. So AB can receive any type of blood, but can only donate to AB. For safety precautions, some safety precautions that you should keep in mind while you're going to donate. Before you should maintain a healthy iron level of diet. Hydrate yourself. It is recommended to drink an extra 16 ounces of liquids. Have a meal that's high in fat, and wear comfortable clothes. During the process while you're donating, it is also recommended to relax, take deep breaths, and to not make any major movements. And after, you should rest for at least 15 minutes to make sure that you are completely functional. Eat snacks and obviously drink plenty of fluids. Do not do any heavy exercises, and sleep is not recommended at all afterwards. Now that you know some safety precautions that you should be taking care of, the actual process of blood removal. For step 1, once you're going to donate, you have to register yourself, sign in, and go over your eligibility and donation information. For step 2, you go over your health history and a mini physical. You answer questions in a private and confidential interview, and your temperature is checked, your pulse, your blood pressure, and your level of hemoglobin. And step 3, the actual donation. You will be seated comfortably. Most of the time you're laying down. A needle, your arm is cleansed, and then after that a needle is inserted. It's brand new, completely sterile. When approximately a pint of blood has been collected, the donation is complete. And after that is step 4. Step 4, you pretty much just rest, have refreshments, have snacks. After 15 minutes, you're free to go. And then then the effects of blood donation. One donation can help up to 3 lives. More than 38,000 blood donations are needed every day. Some of those blood donations are sent to sickle cell people who have that disease that affects more than 80,000 people in the U.S. 98% of them who happen to be African Americans. More than 1 million people are diagnosed with cancer every year. Many of them will need blood, sometimes daily, during their chemotherapy treatment. And most of the time the blood that is used is in an emergency and is already on the shelf before an event is occurred. So now that I have discussed the different blood types, the safety precautions that should be taken before, during, and after blood donation, the donation process itself, and the effects of donating blood. Also, just how my mom was able to save my grandfather's life, I was inspired to save lives as well by becoming a regular blood donor. And next time you hear about a blood drive, think about the lives it will be saving by just putting at least 20 minutes aside from your daily life.
So, Joanna, what did you think?
Okay. I liked your visuals. I thought it was pretty clear. I didn't have any trouble reading it. I liked your explanations. I didn't really have any questions about it, maybe because I already donated blood, so I kind of know. But and I also liked your introductory story. The only thing is, at first I thought you were going to talk about the process, just the process, but then you went into other stuff, because at first you said you were going to talk about, or that you were talking about the process of or blood donation, and then you said you had like other sub-points, and I don't know. The thesis was kind of a little unclear to me. And the only thing I kind of wanted to see more is a little more eye contact with the audience. So I thought you were kind of talking to him, or then like you'd kind of be looking down. Other than that, it was good.
All right, well, you start off with my speech today. We're trying to break you of that habit. So go with your story, and I think that would be fine. You need to practice the story a little bit so it comes out smoother. It sounds like I'm going to hear about everybody's grandfather today. I'm sorry. It was just unfortunate that you had those two back to back. There was some setup of what the contents was. I do have to kind of agree. I think you need a clearer focus on what you're going to be talking about. I didn't hear much citation of any of the material that you got. I don't know if you're speaking entirely from experience, and if you are, where is your donation center? Because I can never get out of there in 20 minutes. I'm there for an hour and a half every single time waiting for somebody to get to me. Like you're right, the process of donating the blood is short. You know, I'm drained in 6 minutes and I'm ready to go, but it's the 35 minutes before that, it's the 10 minutes sitting in the chair waiting for somebody to come and fix you up, it's the 5 minutes after it's filled up where they're fooling around with the bags, it's the 15 minutes after that that's a pain in the tail end, and so I think you might be misleading people a little bit on some of that, and that's why I think you need some more citation in the presentation. And also you need, since you're a donor, you can talk about your experience. What are the things that people want to know? I think your description of it is very clinical in nature. You know, it sounds like the list of things that they give you when you go to donate. You know, here's what you have to be able to do to donate today. You have to have be in good health, and you have to do X, Y, and Z, and then after your donation you're supposed to do these things. Instead of talking to the audience, you're just kind of talking at us and giving that information, and I think you need to do a little bit more than that. The visuals, well, I'm glad Joanna could see them. She's young and got good eyes and she's closer, but I tell you what, I'm old and I'm sitting further back, and most of what you had there was very hard to see from my point of view. The lines needed to be darker. The best one that you had was, hang on.